Welcome, deep divers. Okay, picture this. A sports legend dominates for decades, retires right at the top. But then, instead of, fading away, their wealth actually grows, even more than some current stars. How does that even happen?
That's a fascinating question, isn't it?
It really is. And that's the story we're diving into today. We're looking at the financial world of, the legend himself, Sachin Tendulkar, the master blaster. Our mission here is to really unpack the strategies, the enduring appeal that's made him the richest cricketer globally, and what that might tell us, about building a legacy that lasts.
Right. And we're drawing on some great insights today from Sachin Tendulkar, a fortunate legacy which really maps out his wealth.
Okay, let's jump straight in. The numbers alone are pretty jaw-dropping. Mid-2025 estimate, over $170 million. That's what, around 1,400 crore? For someone retired for years, that's the surprising part, right?
It absolutely is. And what's key here is that this isn't just like leftover money from his playing days slowly dwindling. Not at all. This figure really shows his incredible ongoing brand value, plus some really smart business moves and, crucially, very diverse income streams that are still growing.
So he's not just coasting. His financial engine is still running, maybe even accelerating.
Exactly. It speaks volumes about how powerful and, frankly, how well managed his legacy is.
Incredible. So let's break that down. How does a retired athlete, even an icon like Sachin, stay so attractive to major brands? I mean, years after hanging up his boots. What's the magic formula there?
Well, it boils down to exceptionally high, and maybe just as importantly, incredibly clean brand equity. His image. It's all about reliability, excellence, national pride. It just connects deeply across generations.
Right. There's never really been any major controversy around him, has there?
Almost none. And that built this huge reservoir of public trust. So when brands partner with him, they're not just buying fame, they're buying integrity. It's like a stamp of approval that lasts.
Makes sense. It's less risky for them, more enduring.
Precisely. And that translates into serious money. Reportedly, something like 45 crore every year just from these brand deals.
Oh, wow. Annually. Even now.
Even now.
And the list of brands is huge. You mentioned Boost, MRF, that bat sticker is iconic, Adidas, Coke, BMW. It's like a corporate Hall of Famer. But with so many, doesn't his brand get a bit diluted? How does he manage that?
That's a good point. The source suggests it's quite strategic. Think about Boost, that's been a 25-year relationship, right? Boost is the secret of our energy.
Oh yeah, everyone knows that one.
Exactly. It shows a focus on long-term partnerships that align with his core image, energy, performance, trust, not just grabbing every offer.
Okay.
And you see others like Luminous Power, Canon, TBS, Bank of Baroda, Savlon, Unacademy, Spinny, Baytm First Games, Aegis Federal Life Insurance. It's broad, yes, but there's usually that thread of quality or reliability. It shows his appeal works across different sectors.
Okay, so that's the endorsement pillar. But what really gets me is how he seems to have been just as strategic off the field as he was on it. In business, I mean.
Oh, absolutely. He's shown himself to be a really shrewd investor. Very smart moves across different industries.
So where does he manage all this from?
Well, the core is his company, SRT Sports Management Private Limited. He set it up with his wife, Anjali. And it's basically the nerve center for everything: endorsements, investments, media rights, even his charity work. It's the hub.
Right, the central command.
You got it.
Yeah.
And beyond just managing his own brand, he got into owning sports teams too.
Ah, yes, the Kerala Blasters in the ISL.
Exactly. Co-owned them for a few years. And the Bengaluru Blasters in badminton's PBL. Plus, he invested in the Mumbai team for that International Tennis Premier League.
So staying close to sports, but on the business side.
Right. Shows the passion still there, but also an eye for the business opportunity in these growing leagues.
And then there are the startups. That feels like a whole different world. He's got a knack for picking winners there, too.
Seems like it. He's backed companies like Spinny, the used car platform, where he's also a brand ambassador.
Right, I've seen those ads.
And Zepto, the quick commerce grocery delivery guys. That shows he's looking at, current consumer trends, digital stuff.
Definitely tapping into the new economy.
For sure. Then you've got Raison Solar Green Energy, so that's diversification again. Kisht in financial software. And True Blue, his high-end men's fashion line with Arvind Fashions.
Wow, fashion too. Tech, green energy, finance, fashion. It's really spread out.
It really is. Shows a clear strategy not to put all his eggs in one basket. The source also mentions some past investments like Smosh Entertainment, Azem Engineering. So it's been an ongoing process.
And that's just the companies. What about personal assets?
Oh yeah, substantial. His real estate holdings are significant. That massive bungalow in Bandra, Mumbai, reportedly worth around 100 crore.
100 crore. Okay.
Plus a luxury apartment in BKC, Mumbai, and property in London, too. These aren't small things. They're major assets adding to the overall net worth.
Okay, so the current ventures, the investments, the real estate, that's all driving growth now. But we shouldn't forget the foundation, right? His playing career must have provided the initial capital for all this.
Oh, absolutely. That was the bedrock. Think about it, 24 years at the top level, match fees, performance bonuses, those big BCCI contracts, and then the IPL with Mumbai Indians.
If they were in mentor.
Right. All of that generated significant earnings, serious capital to then go and invest. And even now, post-retirement, his name, his image, that generates income too. Public appearances, media work, intellectual property. It's a legacy that keeps paying.
So putting it all together, what's the big takeaway here for you, our listener, thinking about building any kind of lasting success?
Well, I think Sachin's story, his huge net worth, it's really a lesson in enduring appeal, combined with smart transition. He went from cricket icon to, well, a very savvy businessman. Seamless.
This isn't just luck then.
Not at all. Strategic choices, being selective with endorsements, diversifying his investments smartly. That's how you build a financial legacy as impressive as his cricketing one. It's really built on that foundation of trust he created, but also vision for the long term.
It's almost like a masterclass in diversification and brand management.
Exactly. Principles that work whether you're managing a billion-rupee empire or just your own savings plan.
So thinking about this whole journey, from the cricket pitch to the boardroom, what really stands out to you? It's clear his influence goes way beyond cricket now.
Yeah, it really does. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? It poses a question for you listening. How can those core principles we saw with Sachin, building that lasting brand value through just sheer integrity and consistency, and then combining it with smart diversification looking long-term, how can you apply those ideas to build your own successful legacy? Whether that's in business, sports, or even just your personal career path. Something to think about.